All right, hey, welcome to another edition of JTJU, where we all try to be just a little better at the game of Clash of Clans. Been running around chasing, setting up feeder clans and boot clans and all kinds of clans. But I'm back, and I thought I'd share something that might be of interest to you guys. What to do when the matchmaking system does not smile upon you. I'm talking about War Mismatches. We've got one on our hands at JTJ, so I thought, hey, what a great opportunity to kind of talk through how we're approaching it, and you guys can compare notes and see if it helps you at all. Maybe embrace some or parts of it, whatever. So with that said, let's go to it. I'll flip over to my recording of walking you through the war. Here we go. All right, so here is the war. Let me click over to it. That's kind of a weird mix. So, I mean, and what we mean by that is count the number of town halls we have. So we have 2 town hall 10s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 town hall 9s, and then the remainder of a 40-person war is town hall 8s and 4 town hall 7s below that. Now, on the other hand, the enemy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 town hall 10s. So clearly, a lot of those are rushed, and it turns out most of them are. But a huge advantage in terms of town hall 10, at least in terms of color. But then also the town hall 8s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, also outmatched. And so I thought I'd take a moment to walk through, how you might address this at a clan level when you're trying to deal with, managing attacks. Because it gets confusing for everybody because the town hall 9s, clearly they don't have enough attacks to cover town hall 9. So then the town hall 8s were like, okay, let me go into town hall 9. And they hit different town, but they may not be hitting the town hall 9s they should be. And the town hall, and then in turn, the town hall 9s might be hitting town hall 9s that they should be leaving for the town hall 8s. So how do you handle that? What we're doing or trying is to actually, let's see if I can pull it up here. There it is. So here's our clash caller. I'll pull it up over the screen for the war. And you can see here we put in all the different bases in there. And then what we do is by base, we'll put a call in. It's kind of more of a placeholder than an actual call. And we'll indicate by that placeholder, after looking at the base, educated clashers in the clan, more senior veteran guys would be flagging, should this base, here's the line where the last town hall 9 is, should this base above it be hit by town hall 8 or town hall 9. So we'll say town hall 8 snipe if it should be hit by town hall 8, so then town hall 8s know they can call it. And if it should be a town hall 9, then we say town hall 9 hold, which means I don't want to see any town hall 8 names after town hall 9 hold, right? And in turn, also, you remember we had 2 town hall 10s, so you'd hold those town hall 10s at the top. I could key those in, but people know. But then there was the 5th one that we got to deal with, and so we'll actually call a town hall 9 snipe on that, right? So we'll ask for somebody from town hall 9 to come up and hit that 3rd one, or the 5th one. And down at the bottom, can't see it, let me bring it up for you. Here at the bottom, you put in holds for the town hall 7s. Now these are all town hall 8 bases, and you could pick different ones for the town hall, and there's one I picked up higher. But you're looking for bases that town hall 7s can do. So let's go, now that you've seen kind of how we enable the tactical calling, so people don't hit the wrong base just because, let's go back to looking at some of the bases and talking about why they were called the way they were. So I'll scroll down and we'll look at, maybe we'll start from the bottom and poke around from there. So this was it's a town hall 8, but we're saving it for town hall 7. And I guess the first moral of the story with town hall 7 is you're looking for, when you need to have your town hall 7s being hitting up into town hall 8, the ones you want to flag are going to be 8555 or lower, things that look like town hall 7 max bases. This does look like that. I mean, it's got an extra AD, but keep in mind the town hall 7 has almost the same troops as an entry-level town hall 8, just a little smaller CC, so they can execute 813s and 105s and pull them off. I mean, they'll have level 2 dragons, so they're weaker, which is why you want to look for weaker ADs. But the moral of the story is for the town hall 7s, look for entry-level town hall 8 bases with AD 555 or 444 or less, because the town hall 7s, 50 to 60, 70% of the time, should be able to 3-star that base. So that's first off. Let's put a note in for that. Okay, so there's your first note at the top there. Town hall 7. Look for 87 or lower town hall 8 entry bases. Good. So let's move on. I mean, and you'll see I shouldn't have left that. I should have stayed in there. Let me clear off the mark there. We'll just keep going. We'll just scroll up through the bases. Why not? So again, you can see here, this has that same profile, entry-level Town Hall 8 base, 8555. So give it for a Town Hall 7, which we did. Same thing here, 8444, even better, really a Town Hall 7. And this guy is an 8544, Town Hall 7. And this guy is a 8545, 8554. I'd still say Town Hall 7. Pull it off. You can do it. So keep going. Now here I would say we pause for a second, and the reason why, so that was the bottom 4, right, that we were on. We were on number 35. Remember that number. But so that was the bottom 5, right? But keep in mind how many Town Hall 7s we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 8 total attacks. So I could potentially go all the way up to 32 with the Town Hall 7s. But we don't want to put on hold for all 8, right? Because they're going to miss some. They're going to mess up. So it's questions like, well, are they going to miss 1 out of 2? And I think they'll go a little higher than that. So that's why that would have been 4. So we went a little bit more than that. We went to 5, right? So that's the other thing to factor in. Maybe I'll make a note about that. Okay. So there's the note. So we want to hold about 60% of the Town Hall 7 attacks that are max Town Hall 7 in terms of attack strength, meaning max dragon, max loon, max army camp size, max spells, right? Because then they can have good odds of pulling that off. And so in this case, since we had 8 attacks, 60% is what? 5 or 6, and we went for 5. Good. So let's keep going up. Now, you'll notice, like, okay, it's a Town Hall 9, but really nothing there except for the extra AD. So I think a well-executed snipe here on 34 would, pull this off. So a Town Hall 8 can still handle this. Might want to make it a Town Hall 8 Salt, something that's really maxed out on their attack strength, just in case, but shouldn't be an issue if you execute well and pull off, getting this guy down here taken off. And then you can execute a normal attack here. And this might just be a king responsibility, right? So you drop the king in here, and then this would be maybe an 813 with coming out from the side with a sliding action. Something like that. But the main point is that Town Hall 8 can handle that, even though it looks like a Town Hall 9. But I wouldn't even call it a Town Hall 9 snipe or a Town Hall 8 snipe. Maybe I should. Let me update. Okay, I updated 34, but we'll keep on rolling. Let's move to the next one. We're looking at Town Hall 8s now. And we're still in the main body of the Town Hall 8 attacks, because really Town Hall 8's job in this war is going to be more hitting up into Town Hall 9. Town Hall 9 is the one that's outnumbered. So really in Town Hall 8, what you're really worried about is not hitting too many of the bases that Town Hall 7s can do for you, so you can take more attacks upward than anything. So this looks fine. So as you might expect, these are all rush bases. That's why we got matched with them, but it does present a weird decision process, like how do I attack them? What's the right way? Who should attack what? That kind of thing. So we're still going. 30. Okay, here's another Town Hall 9 at 30, right? So they're like, all right, can a Town Hall 8 handle this? It's got 3 ADs, all horrible level. And I don't even see a 4th AD. I don't even see a Expo. I don't see a Queen. I don't see a 4th Wiz Tower. So really, it's a Town Hall 8, except for name. We don't even mention anything on the chart. Let's keep going. Let's see here. Now another Town Hall 9. This guy does have the 4 ADs, and they're central. He does have 3 Wiz Towers, no Queen. So that's an interesting one, because this would be difficult for implying that that's the 4th AD. But that guy might be difficult because, typically your air attacks at Town Hall 8 might have a hard time getting to it. You can 105 into that for sure, right? You could drive in from here and then, spell out. And you might make it, but that's a lot of damage to be taken. So I would say bad idea. Probably better bet is a ground-based attack off this. And I think a ground attack from Town Hall 8 on this base would work, like a KH1 Ho with a T-Duck on the beginning. That would be a good play. So let's go ahead and make sure that's how it's updated in the doc, right? So we'd come over and we're like, oh, see, and Jed's Dead has that call on 29. And see if the person that called it, so they called the same call, the KH1 Ho. But I will just confirm, because it is a Town Hall 9, I'll go ahead and put in Jed's Dead. I think he was 18 or something. It doesn't matter. Oh, look at me, I remembered. And then I would put in the town, just so everybody knows, in case he fails, is why I'm putting this in. This is a Town Hall 8 snipe. So people should not, steer away from it. Town Hall 8 should get this down. Don't expect Town Hall 9s to come down and get it for you. So let's keep moving. So really it's about communication, back to the clan, about which bases you should be looking at each Town Hall level. Usually we just attack within Town Hall level for the most part, with what we call nukes hitting down. So here's number 28. It's Town Hall 8 base, 8555. Not much to talk about. Moving on. Another Town Hall 8 base, 8555. Yep, nothing to talk about. Horrible base design. How about that? What did I say about that? Another Town Hall 8, 8655. Oh boy, they are weak, because we're getting close. I think 25 is the last one. Nothing to talk about. Keep going. Here we go. So this is the last Town Hall 9 that begins a series of Town Hall 9s. So at this point, we are assessing if the Town Hall 8s can hit up. Can they snipe? So we can tell the group to do that and tell at the same time Town Hall 9 not to hit in, right? And so when you look at this base, you're like, all right, 3 ADs, so that's just like a Town Hall 8. We got 3 Wiz Towers, no Expos, no Queens. So this is, in effect, a Town Hall 8 base in name. So to make sure that nobody gets confused by looking at the black color and be like, I can't hit it, then we would come over here on 25, and as we did, we'd indicate Town Hall 8 snipe, and Brad B is a Town Hall 8. So it's good. Keep on rolling. This guy's got the 4 ADs, so I'd be worried about a Town Hall 8 with air coming at it. No Expos, though. And big bomb placement really isn't that good. So I would say it's a Town Hall 8 snipe via ground. Let's see what we put down. 24. Go wipe. Oh, that's an interesting. It is a Town Hall 8 snipe, but we said go wipe. Now here's why we said go wipe on that. And maybe this is worthy of a note as we go, but on Town Hall 8. But when you see all pink walls at Town Hall 9, your P.E.K.K.A.s can blow through those in a hurry. And this guy's even helping. He's got the racetrack design, which is also go wipe. So watch for that. Watch for wall color. If you're 2 or 3 walls lagging the level of your P.E.K.K.A.s, your enemy is, then it's probably a viable one. Let me go and put a note for that. Okay, I'm back. I've added the Town Hall 8 note, right? So you can see what we're looking for when we call the Town Hall 8 snipes in an air and ground situation. I'll add to that as we go if I see something else. So this guy is a ground because of the racetrack design in the walls, the dense structure, P.E.K.K.A. all the way. Might as well call Santa. Oh, I lost my... It's back. Okay, so then here's 23. We got 4 ADs, 84, 4, 4, 4. So not too impressive, but do not overestimate that 84 for 4 is not dangerous. I mean, the delta between the addition of a new AD is pretty risky for a Town Hall 8 to deal with, unless it's far exposed and easily taken out very early on in the attack. Doesn't have Expos, though, and doesn't have a Queen. So I would say that's a ground situation, right? Right here. Dense hog base, no Expos, no Queen. So 23 should be a Town Hall 8 snipe. Oh, and sure enough, bang. But here, the name's actually wrong. KHC1 Ho is referring to Town Hall 9 with a Queen. So we'll fix that while we're in there. Whoops. Just type it in. KH1 Ho. Which base is this? 24? Lizzie. There you go, Lizzie. I know you're happy about us taking a look at your base. So let's keep going. Got 80, 44, 45. Expo, though. Ruh-roh. Right there, and a queen. Double trouble. So at that point, I'd be like, that's a little too much to ask from a Town Hall 9. And I think on our sheet, 22, yeah, so Town Hall 9 hold, right? It is a hog base, but I think we need a little bit more firepower. So if we keep going, 21. Now see, this base looks horrible, but it could be problematic for a Town Hall 8 because there's so much stuff spread out. It takes a long time. You just don't have enough troops to deal enough damage in the time allotted. Would be my first reaction. But queen's there, right? Problem. Don't want to do ground against her unless I can take her out early. No expos, though. A lot of big bomb risks, however. So it's kind of forcing us into air, which we don't want to do against the ADs. It's got 4 whiz towers, which will make it difficult for the balloon action off of a Town Hall 8. Right, I bet I went on this one. I probably went Town Hall 9 hold, I would think. 21. Called a Town Hall 8 snipe. What was I thinking? Let's look further. So if I was going to snipe it, what would we do? Probably drag and snipe if we're going to do it. And maybe what I was seeing was this guy over here is pretty exposed, right? You get in here, you blow up the clan castle troops, and you just go over here and rock this AD, and then you're down to a Town Hall 8 situation with an extra wizard tower supporting, plus this queen, which is a different issue. I still don't like it. I'm going to swap out. See, so here's where I actually thought it was one thing, and I'm going to say no. Forget about it. So 21. Goodbye, Town Hall 8. So first of all, I would delete that call, because that's a Town Hall 8 call. And I'm going to switch this to a Town Hall 9 hold, because I don't feel it. Now later in the war, as things are going on, you can switch the holds to different stuff so they know the calls have changed, but you're really just trying to provide guidance to everybody about how to coordinate the attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 84, 4, 4, 2 expos. Here's a wrinkle, right? Ground, ground, right? So that fits this category up here where we'd go air, no queen, like that. So the only question I would have is because usually if you're trying to hit a Town Hall 8, maybe I'll add that to my list here. We want to be able to, if 4 ADs, we need 1 AD easily sniped early in the action, where you would, deploy hogs to get it or something. You need somehow to get your advantage back on the attack. Are any of these that way? That expo. The other thing is the expos defend against ground snipes, so it'd have to be an air snipe attack. This hole in here is interesting. It must be a Tesla. What's this guy doing for us? What is that about? Yeah. How's he going to get his advantage to get one of those down? This is difficult. The padding, what I'm looking at is the padding for loons to get in because the expos have such coverage, right? So this guy's covering these 2 expos pretty well. It's going to be hard for hogs to, at a Town Hall 8 level, to carry through, and he's covering here. So it has to be loons, or it could be like a KH1 drive team that would come in and take out part of the base. Maybe. Like up here, the walls are pretty weak. But see, then you're fighting the core of the base, which you don't want to do. I don't like it. If you come here, that would get it. One in loon hop, so maybe a rage loon. But then you're an E. Rage loon. I'm already wincing. Yep. Here's another one where I'm going to say I'm going to toggle out. I don't like it. I don't like it. 20. Let's go back to the page, and so we'll say 20. SS had it called. I'm going to delete that call because he's a Town Hall 8, and we're going to flip it to Town Hall 9. because I couldn't get a way to get him back into a Town Hall 8 type situation. Town Hall 9 hold. I mean, he can probably get 2-star. But what we're trying to do with this is put in position to get 3 stars. So we're not at risk later in the game. So here we are, 19. Getting more difficult. That looks like a grounded Expo, I think. What's going on there, Expo? Yep, grounded. This queen out here is pretty nice. We could take those out with some kind of drive. Is it supported? No, we can get her down. So that would be pretty nice. You could take her out pretty quick. So she's not a risk factor. The Expo versus Hogs, though, really, this is a hog base for a Town Hall 8 if the Expo wasn't there. And again, I don't like the... Can we get into the... Oh, well, maybe. Wait a minute. Now look here. See how the top... Remember, all defenses are separated into 9 attack boxes, right? Around the edge. So this box right here in the corner, and this one right here, are out of the range of the Expo. So, if we hog sniped those ADs, if we did, pretty easy to get there. You can use your CC for one, because then it would move. 50-50 chance of which way it'll go. But you could be in position at that point to have just a double down off these 2 guys. Then you would drop your king with like maybe a CC-21 where she's shooting, stuff she shouldn't be worried about, and then you can kill her from the backside with your king and stuff would come in through here. And then you could drop your... It's a difficult attack, but it's possible. So I would say it's a drag snipe if you're going to snipe. Let's see what I ended up putting. So the snipe is this, and then the drag's coming up the other side. Let's see what... and you would actually do that snipe action as the dragons were moving in from here. Like maybe you attack from this side. You would snipe one here, and then you would snipe 3 teams as a distract off distract. So as this guy lights up, more specifically as these guys light up, then you run your hogs in, because you don't need to wait for this to fire if it's a hog-based snipe. It's these guys that you're worried about. It's this stuff. So once that stuff locks in, then you can hog snipe off and the distract come into the side. Let's see what we put down. It was number 19. Town Hall 9 hold. See? So I don't like it, but that would be the way if you were going to do it to kind of get it done. And I think actually we're now in the Town Hall 9. Oh, wait. 1 Town Hall snipe was called on 17, so we'll go down 1 more. I skipped this one because you can see the queen's kind of buried and medium leveled. So, and the queen is, here's another thing to think about. Queen, look at damage per second, 172. Compare that to an archer tower, 42. So the queen sitting on the field is like a Town Hall 8 with 4 archer towers. That should scare you off. So that's why we're like, if you see the queen, it's probably Town Hall 9 hold, right? And that's one of the reasons why if you don't see the queen, you can probably think maybe of a Town Hall 8 snipe. So that's not bad, but that's why we're avoiding her at all costs. We're going to just basically skip that base. I can already tell you it's not going to be anything we need to worry about. But here I did call for I gave a Town Hall 8 snipe call. Why is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Exposed down. 80 weak and easily exposed. Very close together. You kind of rush them and get them done. And then you flip the backside, and then all this stuff will be back, and you drop your king right here and kill it. Right? So I can see why that one is a Town Hall 8 snipe. Make sense? So I guess that's enough for that. I mean, so if you ever face a war like this, though, that would be the logic or the process I would use, both in terms of communicating what you're thinking, as well as how you're making the decisions of what's a hold for that Town Hall level, meaning that Town Hall level should hit it, versus what's a snipe, versus that Town Hall should hit up and hit into the other Town Hall above it, and making those decisions and working off of it. Hope it helps. Talk to you soon.